How everybody doing? It's Mike Sykes, Millionaire Maker. Hang with me, I'll make you a millionaire. Alright, so this is day 195 of my 365-day YouTube content creation challenge, where I challenge myself for the next 365 days to create valuable and useful content that I can post to my YouTube channel and try and bring the benefit of the knowledge that I've gained over the last few years as an entrepreneur to somebody out there in YouTube land. Okay, or somebody that might be looking for some advice or want to start a business, or maybe want to get into real estate and become an investor or a wholesaler, or they might be looking to fix their credit. Okay, so those are the type of videos that I try to make, and like I say, this is day 195. Now, I made a video earlier because I missed a couple of days, and I did make a video earlier and I posted it, and in that video I did a little talking. Okay, so that's gonna be the gist of this video here. Okay, this video here, I don't know whether you would call it a video diary or whatever, but it's what it is for me. It's a video record of what it is that I'm going through and what it is that I'm dealing with right now. Okay, and because of that, you know, in this world of technology, all right, you know, the best words is your own words. Okay, so that can't nobody misinterpret or dispute it or say it a different way. So I'm putting it out there the way that I feel about it. Okay, so right now what it is I'm about to file for divorce. Okay, and the reason that I'm about to file for divorce is because my wife has been doing some, I would really call, strange things, okay? And I don't understand them, and I don't know what's going on. And I've expressed to her that I am not comfortable with it and things like that, and giving her the opportunity to fix them and, you know,
you gave me a fucking day. That is not time to fix anything. That's no time to fix anything.
Now you see what I'm doing. My thing is, like I said, as long as you're upset like that and you're not capable of discussing nothing, so
there's nothing to discuss.
All right. Well, as long as there's nothing to discuss, then there's...
You're being irrational. You're being unreasonable.
I might be being irrational, but guess what I've learned? You know, if you look at, like I told you about all those TV shows, because earlier tonight, when talking to her, I gave her examples of how she sits up and watches these true life crime stories all day, every day, of how people end up dead because of
so you want to divorce me because you're a chicken shit of who this little old lady.
If that's what she wants, if that's how she wants to say it, like I said, I'll give you like I said, she's watched it many a times how people end up, you know, dead. All right, because of situations like this. All right, and when I say situations like this, I mean, like I explained to her, she is dealing with, I don't know who. I don't know who she's dealing. I don't know if she's dealing with a man. I don't know if she's dealing with a woman. She tries to tell me she's dealing, well, at first it started off, she was dealing with a family. Okay, now you people out there watching this video, hey, you interpret it however you want to interpret it, and if you can make sense out of it, please leave me a comment and try and help me to understand it, okay? But it supposed to be a family because not too long ago, her mother just passed and her father passed a few years back, okay? And so now it's supposed to be a family that's taking her in like a surrogate to comfort her, because I am not a very compassionate person like that, okay? And to help her deal with these things, she's adopted a family that she said, okay? But here's the thing about it, all right? Now, to give y'all a kind of kind of understanding of the situation, okay, she's a Lyft driver. So she drives all over the state of Georgia. All right. I don't check on her. And I can admit that I don't check on her. All right. Now, I've started another adventure, okay? So, a car business. And in that car business, it's been said, hey, you need trackers on your cars. So you need to put trackers on your cars so that you can be able to keep track of them, right? So one day, I have the Malibu, okay? And she was driving the Malibu, all right? And so in order to put it on the platform, I had to put a tracker in it, okay? In order to put it on the platform. So when I put the tracker in it, and she found out that the tracker was going in it, she immediately had a fit about that, and that's like how you say red flag number one, she immediately had a fit about the tracker being in the car, and her attitude was, I'm not driving that car. I don't care what. I'm not driving that car. And like I say, red flag number one. What? Why? Okay. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, you expressed to me that you would like me to be more involved and more concerned with you, at least like try calling on you to check on you and make sure you're all right while you out here driving around and things like that. And so the way I see it, the tracker helps, okay? Because if something happens, at least the last known place that the car was here, okay? With that being said, like I said, red flag number one, I'm not driving that car. Okay, now you stop, you think about it, you got to drive it, because if you don't drive it, I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm looking at it, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm looking at it. Now, if you can find a different way that makes logical sense, you please let me know. But my idea is, hey, if you don't drive it, then you can't see these people. You can't go see your surrogate family. And so automatically, the main thing from me and my lifestyle, from what I've been through and the experiences that I've had, okay, it tells me automatically, you don't want me knowing where you be at. Okay? So later down the line, progressing, things change, everything. We deal with the situation and whatnot. This last week, okay, because before she finished riding with that car, the way I see it is like this here. You got caught doing something you had no business doing, okay? You was there somewhere at a restaurant with other people, and you got caught, all right? And I almost found out where these people are that you be with, okay? But you wanted to explain that away, all right? Cool. Even though, like I say, my spidey senses tingling from my experience of dealing with females, okay? Because my first wife, like I told y'all earlier, my first wife in my first life taught me a lot. We went through a lot, and she taught me a lot, okay? And with that being said, it's a lot of things that I learned dealing with her and other things, okay? Because it was a point in time in life where I was a pimp, okay? So I had to deal with lying-ass females constantly, okay? And you have to discern when a person is lying and when a person is telling the truth, okay? And like I told her, some of the things that you're coming up with, I'm starting to get these same feelings that I had going through that. So that's like, red flag number two. Okay, red flag number two, like I say, the spidey senses letting me know that, hey, something's not right here. Okay, something's not right, something's going on. Okay, maybe you need to start paying attention. to some things. Okay, so we can fast forward to earlier this week. All right. Now, when her mother passed, or her mother got ready to pass, okay, she had to go to Michigan. So I've been working on my credit and everything because we've entered. She got a settlement. You know, she put $15,000 down on this house to enter into a lease with an option to buy contract. Okay, they gave us 2 years to get our credit together and come up with the funds to buy this property, with an extension of 1 year with an increase in rent, okay, of $100 for the remaining year. Okay, so the goal is enter into this contract, build your credit, obtain the funds in these 2 years, and purchase the property. Okay, now, in my endeavors in learning different things and different strategies on how to maneuver and work with the credit to try and build our credit, okay, I'm showing her different things. The way that I'm learning how I don't use my debit card. I use credit cards to accumulate points, to get cash backs, to better be able to utilize my cash, all right? Okay, things like that. And as I learn these different things, I try to share these different things with her, hoping that she would pick up on these things and be able to work with me on them. Okay, like I teach her how we get her to the point, because her credit was so bad that she couldn't even obtain a credit card. So through authorized users and over time and things like that, and me working my mother's credit, you know, getting credit cards through her, adding us as authorized users to boost our credit and things like that, managed to be able to get her a couple of credit cards. All right. Now, I've never in my life seen nothing like this here, as to where you got a credit card for $300 and you somehow managed to spend $600 on that credit card, and the credit card company allow you to do that. Not only do they allow you to do that, but they just say, fuck it, we just gonna up your limit to $600, pay it off. And then you can't even do that. That's the point where they say, you know what, we'll just cut this card off our period. Now, you've not only messed up your credit, you've drained your credit score, because your credit utilization is maxed out. Not only maxed out, it's beyond maxed out. Okay, so you're damaging your credit. Now you got a collection on your account now that's going to it takes 1 second to get on, 2 years to come off. Okay, so now that's what you've done to yours. And then turn around as I'm trying to help you and still stay afloat. Okay. Your mother sick, you go to Michigan, you having problems, you got problems with your family, you ain't got no place to stay. I give you a credit card and I tell you, in case of emergency, you can use this credit card. Okay? Like I say, you going through hell like this and that, your family, now you are up here, you ain't got no place to stay, you still got to be here. So I tell you, get a motel room, okay? You get a motel room. After you get a motel room, unbeknownst to me, and I don't find out till 2 months later, you just start using that credit card like it's on your own personal bank account. You know, and you done hit the lottery and got money in your account. Because and the reason that I find out is because 2 months later, you call me to bitch at me about missing a payment, and the card got declined so that you couldn't use it. And then when I go look to see what's going on, come to find out you done spent $1,300 on various things over the last 2 months. Starting with the room, then you taking your family out to McDonald's. Then when you come back here to Georgia, I'm looking over these different charges. You're paying your friends' rent-a-center bill. You taking people out to buy your $25 meals, $50 meals. You're getting your nails done, your hair done. Okay, and all the time you still running off with this family. Okay, building a relationship with this family that I know nothing about, that you tell me is a family. Okay, it's not supposed to be no man, no woman. It's supposed to be the mother, the family, the mother figure. Okay? And then when I find this out, and like I say, because you snitched on yourself, because you knew you shouldn't have been spending this money in the first place, and then your excuse is, well, I was trying to do like you told me to do. You told me to stop using my debit card and use the credit card. But yeah, I told you if you're going to pay a bill and you have the $50 cash to pay the bill, then pay the bill with the credit card, then take that $50 and pay that credit card. Not spend $1,100 in credit card charges and then have the intentions of, well, I'm going to pay it back, but I didn't realize how much I was spending. Okay, so that's like the shit hit the fan. Okay, and through that and other things, I come to find out that, like I say, okay, we argue this and that, and then instead of you being right and doing right, you come back with a lie. You come back with a bald-faced, flat-out lie. Hey, I have to go to school for our goddaughter early in the morning, so I'm going to stay at their house so that I can be on time, knowing it's just that simple for me to check. Like when I get off work, it's just that simple for me to go by there and see if you're there. So that night, when I go by there and see if you're there, I ask you, are you there? And you lie to me and tell me, yes, I'm there. But then I send you back proof and ask you why you lie and tell you that you're not there. And like I say, then the shit really hits the fan, okay? Bottom line is, I find out, like I say, she got a road relationship. So I tell her flat out, all right, I'm going to file for divorce. I'm going to file for divorce because I'm not going to go through this. I've been doing the best that I can. I'm trying to help us grow and everything else. And you're doing everything that you can to tear us down. And not only that, you out here running around. I don't care whether you're running around with a man, you're running around with a woman, you're running around with a family. You emotionally, you running around. You're running around to the point where you're lying to me to spend the night with these people. Okay? And if you feel the need that you need to lie to me in order to spend the night with these people, then I seriously don't believe that we need to be together, because that's not the marriage that I signed up for. So and like I've told her before, I'm 57 years old, and it's bad that I have to be 57 and go through this, but I am no stranger, okay? I am no stranger to starting over. As long as I learn from every defeat that I take and every downfall that I take, long as I learn something from it and be able to use that in going further, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I've been homeless so many times, it doesn't matter. Okay, at least I do have certain things that I do have. I have built certain things that I can stand on. Okay, as far as, like I say, I've been homeless before. I've been homeless before with no place to stay. If it wasn't for my mother, then hey, I wouldn't have had no place to sleep. Okay, and I've managed that. So, and it's been even worse than that. I've been homeless to the place where, hey, I've snuck in people's houses and slept on their attic floor and ate a peanut butter, a bologna sandwich. So, like I say, I'm no stranger to that. But if that's what it takes in order for me to have peace of mind, because like I explained to her, and like I told her, everything that you're doing is just straight up. It's out of character and it doesn't make sense. Okay? And I'm not... Right now in this video, I might come back and explain it, but like I say, these things don't make sense, okay? And like I explained to her, the detriments of the things that she is doing, all right, the detriments of those things are like this here. Like I told her, all right, by her she go out, she don't know these people. She don't know nothing about these people. Then she want to come in talking about the son threatened her Because why is she making his mother cry? You know, and so I don't know what lies she telling nobody. Okay? But one minute she say they're not dangerous and they're sound of mind, but then the next minute the mother's not all that wrapped too tight. And then I try and point out to her, okay, well, if the mother's not wrapped too tight, what makes you think that doesn't pass down through the family and the children are not wrapped too tight? And depending on whatever the situation is that you're created, you know, what makes you think that these people don't think like, you know, she's upsetting my mother, you know, and the reason why she's upsetting my mother is because her husband is causing drama for her. So why not just take the husband out the picture? Then that eliminates the drama for her. Then she don't have to upset my mother. And like I told her, you'll see this every day on these TV shows that you watch all day on this Discovery Channel, all day about how people get killed because people don't think right and they think this and they do this. And somebody don't know nothing about nothing end up the victim of that. Okay? And like I told her, like I expressed to her, she don't know these people. She don't know these people can take her out in the bayous of Louisiana. Out here in the woods of Kentucky and bury and leave her. And then when the police come to me and ask me, well, do you know anything? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know no person. I don't know where these people live. I don't know how many people it is. I don't know if it's a mother, a father, a son, a daughter. I don't know none of that. I don't know what type of people they are or none of that. So I can't give you a clue. And then I come to find out tonight that not only that, but her best friend don't even know about these people because she's keeping these people from her best friend. So that means that the only people in here, in this world, that know about her and her involvement with these people are her. So something happened to her, we know nothing. And then I gave her the scenario. Here's the killing part. Like I said, God shows me these things. God's been showing me these things. More and more, he's been showing me these things. Okay? And today, she way over here on Martin Luther King in 285. And by the grace of God, I'm over here on Martin Luther King in 285 too, and rode right past her. And she never seen me. But my point that I made to her is, just because you never seen me, how do you know that they never seen me? How do you know that they didn't see me and get the interpret and get the feeling that, hey, the impression that I'm following her? That I'm in the middle about to bust her or go ride up on her. So, hey, no, we can't have that. We got to do away with him. That right there is enough for me to worry about my safety. And because, like I said, when I point this out to you, you've never even thought about that. It never even occurred to you that they could possibly do something to your husband, you know, all because of what they think and what you're telling them. And you have no clue of it. Because they're with you right then and there on 285 and Martin Luther King. But they cousin JJ came up in here and killed me. So you, they alibi and they your alibi. Okay? I'm putting this out there, people. I don't know who these people are. These people live somewhere in Forest Park. That's all I know. Okay? So if the police ever have to see this video, if they ever have to look through this, like I said, these people live one or two places. They live either in Forest Park or somewhere right around here in this area, around by not too close off of, I'm trying to think, around here where the motel and hotels is right off Paterra Boulevard. One of those two places, but I really think it's in Forest Park because I did get information off my trackers that showed me a lot of places that she be most of the time in Forest Park. I'm letting y'all know everything that I know so that y'all know exactly where to start looking in the event that anything does happen to me. Okay? I don't care. She called me paranoid. She called me bitch, stupid, and everything else. I don't care. I care more about my life and my safety than her involvement with I don't know who. Okay, and like I say, I tried to tell her everything that she doing is straight up out of character for what she say. She say give her a week. I'm not understanding honestly what it is that's so special that you need at least a week for, unless I don't know, but okay. But in that process, there's certain things that you should be doing in order to make, I already done told you, and I had to go through hell in order to get you to admit that much. And one thing that I do know from my experiences, if it still don't add up, like they say, you never have to worry about the truth because the truth never changes. As long as you're telling the truth, you can tell it 1,000 different times and it will never change. But see, once you lie, you got to tell another lie to cover that lie and another lie to cover that lie, and eventually you're going to forget what that first lie was that you're covering up for, and that's how you get trapped up in all your lies, okay? And so, like, once you confess and come true with everything, the shit makes sense. It adds up. This here, this here, this here. That there, I can tell you from experience. I've been through it a many of time. Like I told you, 22 years with Keita. 22 years with Keita, and Keita's philosophy was, hey, why tell the truth if a good lie would do, and I would die with that lie. She would die with that lie on her lips. But the one thing that she did tell me is after she got paralyzed, and she stayed paralyzed for 10 years, she did put me up on a lot of games, a lot of things that I didn't know. Like how she would steal from me at all different times and the different ways that she would do that. The different things that I'm noticing now as opposed to then that I ain't said nothing about, okay? But hey, it's flat out. I'm not that ignorant. Ain't nobody else in this house but me and you, okay? And hey, if this is supposed to be this, but a week later it's this, and ain't nobody here but me and you, and I know I didn't, what does that leave? Now it comes down to who you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes, okay? But like I was saying, I don't know who these people are. You can check the tracker on the Malibu. You can check the tracker on the Malibu. It should be able to, if you can go right through it, go to their servers and whatnot and find out exactly where it is that she be with, where she be. That way, if you need be, you can find out exactly who it is. I don't know. Maybe by the time this video come out, they see this video, maybe they'll leave. I don't know. Maybe they'll start covering their tracks, kill me and her. I don't know. I don't know who these people are, okay? So I just want it to be known, okay? And the killing part, the crazy part about it is that it's usually these type of videos, the people that make these type of videos that end up with something happening to them. So I am gonna make this video. I am gonna put this video on YouTube. I am gonna have this video loaded up in a few other places, and I'm gonna make sure that a few people see this video because honestly, okay, at this very moment, I can tell you, okay, at 12:03, July 20th, Tuesday, July 20th at 12:03, here are my intentions. I have clearly started filling out my divorce papers. All right, this is my pauper's affidavit that I'm gonna file. I'm gonna go in the morning and get it notarized, okay? I have to get that notarized. I have to get this acknowledgement of service notarized and this verification notarized. These three things I know I need to get notarized, so I'm gonna get up in the morning and I'm gonna go get those notarized, and then I'm gonna go to the courthouse and I'm gonna file my pauper's affidavit, all right, stating that I am not able to pay for these formalities. I have my check stubs showing that I don't really make no money worth nothing. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know, all right, my intentions. Because like I said, you can get upset all you want to, you can boop, 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 boop. But the one thing that I am learning over this journey, and like I told y'all about in the other videos, the growth, to be able to know, to be able to see situations for what they are, and to be able to see the difference in how you are maneuvering in those situations. Because like they say, what is the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is to perform the same acts and expect a different result. So if you know that you've been in this situation, and when I say been in this situation, I mean, I think back, okay, I'm sitting here, whether if you see it or not, I'm sitting here, I'm gonna put it back up. Oh, I took a picture. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm 30 minutes on. I'm probably gonna have to end this video and start another one. But I wanna let you know, I'm sitting here, if you can see that chair's right there at that door, okay? Because honestly, I don't know, all right? When I first started talking to her and explained to her the situation and explained to her how, what could occur as to something happens to her, okay, and me not being able to, nobody being able to point no fingers at nobody, nobody being able to give the police any direction of which way to go, okay, that being a situation. And then the next situation that I pointed out her, that it never occurred to her, of a situation of somebody coming up in here, killing me, or something like that, and it not occurring to her that they have anything to do with it, because it never crossed her mind that anything like that could possibly occur, and she's out here riding around with them. So like I said, they're her alibi, she's their alibi, and it never occurs to her that something like that, their cousin Jimmy that she's never heard of has came up in here and took care of what they consider to be her problem, so that she can stop making their mother upset, okay? And with those two things, all right, supposedly instead of us finish talking, she had to use the bathroom. So she got up to go use the bathroom. Instead of coming back to finish talking, she went and did in her front room and did her thing and sat up. Now, me, common logic would dictate, all right, I would sit up, and like she's pointed out, the two things that I did point out are very good and valid points that she's never thought about. Okay, so common logic would dictate that you would sit up and you would give it serious thought. Okay, well, if you're serious, because you begged for a week to try and prove yourself worthy to make this relationship work and try and get things back on track, okay? And that's the reason why you supposedly told about the family and this and that. But see, here's the thing. All right, so what are some of the things that you can do in order to facilitate that? All right, there's a choice to